He is making sketches of a model of St. Philip's Church. He wants someday to make a model, you see. John, my boy, this is Mrs. Kendall. She would very much like to make your acquaintance.
Good morning, Mr. Merrick.
Well, I will see to a few matters. I will be back soon.
Oh. I planned so many things to say, I forget them. You are so beautiful.
How charming, Mr. Merrick.
Well, really, that was what I planned to say. Then I forgot what I planned to say. I couldn't think of anything else. I was so excited.
Oh, real charm is always planned, don't you think?
Well, I do not know why I look like this, Mrs. Kendall. My mother was so beautiful. She was knocked down by an elephant in a circus while she was pregnant. Something must have happened, don't you think?
It may well have.
It may well have. But sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. Because it is. Do you know what happens when dreams cannot get out?
Why, no.
I don't either. Something must. Well. You are a famous actress.
I am not unknown.
You must display yourself for your living then, like I did.
Oh, that is not myself, Mr. Merrick. That is an illusion. This is myself.
This is myself, too.
Frederick says you like to read. So, books.
I am reading the Romeo and Juliet now.
Ah, Juliet. What a love story. I adore love stories.
I like love stories best, too.
Oh.
If I had been Romeo, guess what?
What?
I would not have held a mirror to her breast.
You mean the scene where Juliet appears to be dead and he holds a mirror to her breath and sees...
Nothing. How does it feel when he kills himself because he just sees nothing?
Well, my experience as Juliet has always been, particularly with an actor I will not name, that while I'm laying there, dead, 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 and he is lamenting excessively, I get to thinking, if this slab of ham does not depart from the ham hock of this life, tootswit, I'm going to scream, pop off the tomb, and plunge a dagger into his scene-stealing heart. Romeos are very undependable.
Because he does not care for Juliet.
Not care?
Well, does he take her pulse? Does he get a doctor? Does he make sure? No. He kills himself. The illusion fools him because he does not care for her. He only cares about himself. If I had been Romeo, we would have got away.
But then there would be no play, Mr. Merrick.
If he does not love her, why should there be a play? Looking in a mirror and seeing nothing. That is not love. It was all an illusion. When the illusion ended, he had to kill himself.
Why, that is extraordinary.
Before I spoke with people, I did not think of all these things, because there was no one to think them for. Now things just come out of my mouth which are true.
You are famous, John. We're in the papers. Look. They've written up my report to the Pathological Society. Look. It is a kind of apotheosis for you.
Frederick, I feel Mr. Merrick would benefit by even more company than you provide. In fact, by being acquainted with the best, and they with him. I shall make it my task if you'll permit.
Oh.
As you know, I am a friend of nearly everyone, and I do pretty much as I please. And what pleases me is this task, I think.
By God, Mrs. Kendall, you are splendid.
Oh, Mr. Merrick, I must go now. I should like to return if I may. And so that we might without delay teach you about society, I would like to bring you my good friend Dorothy. Lady Neville? She would be most pleased if she could meet you. Let me tell her, yes? Then, until next time, I'm sure your church model will surprise us all. Mr. Merrick, it has been a very great pleasure to make your acquaintance.
John, your hand. She wishes to shake your hand.
Thank you, Lord Conley.
But it was my pleasure. Thank you.
What a wonderful success. You know, he's never shook a woman's hand before.